fans. So I was out running the boat yesterday. Motor started shaking, smoking real bad, and then boom, lost power and boom, done. That's the #1 spark plug. Look at that. Of course, there's no compression on that cylinder. I checked it. So I'm gonna, being that I'm a fishing guide, so I can't afford the downtime. So I have spare motor #1, 2 spare motors. Having the spare motor is going to save me. I'll only be down for today because I'm going to swap these 2 motors out. I bought this one on Facebook Marketplace. Went over, the guy ran it for me. It's got good compression. So I don't know how good this motor is, but I got another one there. So I'm going to throw this one on, take the boat out and run it. Hopefully it runs perfect. And I'll be back in business on Monday. So I got the steering off. Now I'm going to take all the rigging off. It's a couple 10mm bolts here and the rigging tube come loose. Not a hard thing, it's all plug and play. The hardest part is just taking the steering off, putting it back on the motor over there. This bolt right here was seized in there. I had to drill it out. Didn't realize that, but that took me about an hour to drill and tap it. All right, ship throttle cable, fuel line, main harness, positive, negative. It's free. Steering's off. I gotta take the steering cylinder off. Probably gotta disconnect the hydraulic hoses and unscrew this, and this will slide out. And turn the batteries off. It sparks and catches this dripping fuel on fire. Take the pie plate out so I can get to the inside. And take the steering off, fly the motor in the air, get the new. Take the pie plate off the bracket so I can get to the bolt. I don't want anybody to see me do this, use my screwdriver as a pry bar, but out with the old, in with the used. All right, here we go. What are you barking at? Need some sealant. I'm going to put some sealant on the bolt so that water doesn't leak into the bracket. We don't want water leaking in the bracket, so we got to get some sealant, seal up the bolts. All right, top bolts didn't need any because they're above the water line and not inside the bracket. Caulk that all up in there. Fill this hole up right here. Lots of caulk. And on the other side, caulk it on this side. Get down inside here. One more. This steering's got a little pin, and we gotta line up a hole and put the pin in, and then the pin slides in there. Then we thread this back on. And of course it's not threading. You got some other issue going on. Oh, there it goes. Alright, we don't want this real tight because when the motor trims we want it to move. It's all the way on there. So I turned this fitting a little bit because it was bumping right here and I couldn't unscrew it. So we're gonna turn it back straight without boogering up the threads. Now we're going to put our hydraulic lines back on. I'm going to have to bleed the steering to let all that air in. Don't get your hoses mixed up. If you put the wrong hose on the wrong side, your steering will be backwards. Done that before. Don't cross thread these threads. You booger up the threads, and you got to buy a new fitting. There we go. Hook up the tie bar and the drag link. Want these kind of snug so that you don't get any leaks. Tie bar, I want these motors towed in a little bit, about a ½ inch. So you measure from the center of this bolt to the center of that bolt and the centers of the prop shaft, right in the middle of the prop shaft. And I want the prop shaft to be just a ½ inch shorter than here. And that'll give me just a little bit of toe in. Why? Instead of toe out? That's a good question, but I found this boat, when I first put these motors on, toe in seemed to control the boat a little bit more. It wasn't so squirrely. One thing you always want to do is make sure that this nut is on here. Part of your maintenance is to make sure that nut is on there, because if that nut's not on there, this bolt can vibrate out and your steering could come loose while you're running. How do I know? It happened to me once. Alright. Now we put the tie bar on. There. Tie rod is going to go on the inside bolt here, inside hole. Yep. Don't want to cross thread these things. There we go. Oh, got caulk. Alright, so we're going to hook up the drag link. It's easier to hook up if this rod's all the way out and fighting it. It's got a little bend to it. Actually, this washer goes on top. This nut's pretty important too. This one falls off, you lose your steering. Make sure that they're nylon nuts. You gotta make sure that these are always in good shape. Part of your service when you service your motor, you should probably check these steering nuts make sure you're not going to have an issue. I got a friend that totaled his boat because his steering broke, and the boat, he was going down the intercoastal, the boat turned, slammed right in the seawall. There we go. Now we just got to hook all this back up and fire it up. I'll put this thing on with this is a booger. You got to fight it. There's nothing, you just got to keep working with it until you get it on. It's aggravating. Once you get this on, I'm just going to make sure I didn't pinch the fuel line or any of the battery cables. Everything is sitting in there just nice. Nothing's pinched, nothing's bent. Happy with that. I had disconnected the trim motor because I had to trim the motor when I bought it and I was moving it. So I disconnected it. But blue is up and green is down. Everything should be good to go. Tighten these up. Hey, if you like these do-it-yourself videos, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I notice that I do a lot of fishing videos, and I notice that motor maintenance and stuff like that, people like that more. People are watching that more often. So if you like this kind of stuff, and I'll do more maintenance stuff.
Mahis that light up like neon, tunas built for pure speed, and the legendary sailfish. Come fishing with Captain Tom and catch the fish of a lifetime. Book your trip now.